Hello and welcome to Spotlight on Local Artists, presented by Charlotte County Libraries and History. I'm Judy Domzalski, and today I'll be chatting with Tina Weida, a fine arts and abstract photographer. Welcome, Tina.
Thank you. Good
Sorry
morning.
about the masks.
Well,
One day soon.
It's part of life now.
Tina, please tell us how you first became interested in photography.
I was about 8 years old and I got my first camera, which was a 110. Shot the whole 24 exposures of the cat. My dad wasn't too happy, but I think that was the start of my photographic career.
The days of film. Do you have any formal art training?
I had 4 years in high school and 2 years in college.
What was your focus in college?
I majored in advertising and minored in fine art photography.
Fascinating. That put you in good stead for your chosen career.
Yeah.
Have you participated in gallery shows or won any awards?
I have. Currently my art is in the gallery at the mall. It's my second time being at the mall. I also did some of the events at the Visual Arts Center in Punta Gorda. So, no awards yet.
No awards yet?
No awards yet.
There's always time. Judging by this, you're in the market for some great awards in the future. Why don't we take a little break and have you tell us about this beautiful photograph?
Well, this has become my latest passion. The sailboat races. This is the Can-Am series, which is Canadian American 2.4 boats. They're all disabled racers, and my thrill has been photographing them all day, running home, editing, putting them on a thumb drive, and then getting back for the dinner or the awards ceremony so that they could all see them. It gives me great pleasure to see them see themselves outside of their normal life and being able to do something as incredible as sailing.
What are the awards typically that are presented to the winners?
They get trophies. Usually
Nice.
it's different types of trophies.
Nice. Everybody likes a trophy.
Yes.
Apart from these wonderful sailboat scenes, do you have any other recurring themes in your photography?
A very wide range, very wide range, from flowers, abstracts, people, just very, very wide range.
Are there any artists or people in your life that inspire you in your work?
Well, in the beginning, Ansel Adams was one of my biggest, as most photographers, I'm sure Ansel Adams is a role model for to set your goals to, your standards of achievement to such a great photographer as Ansel Adams. So I think he was the biggest influence.
I did have a chance to look at your website, when we were prepping to chat with you today, and I see a lot of Georgia O'Keeffe in the flowers. Do you want to speak about that a little bit?
Well, yes, I can. It has been brought to my attention that they were very Georgia O'Keeffe by several people, but that was not what I was seeing when I was, focusing and taking the photos. It just was a coincidence that they turned out the way they did, and they resemble her style of work.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank
In close-up, there are definitely elements of her in there that are very appealing. What do you like most about being a photographer?
I think what gives me the most satisfaction is people seeing my work, people stopping and looking at something and making them see something that they've seen before but never really looked at.
So people are looking through your eyes at familiar things, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there is so much movement and action in this picture. And how many photographs do you take before you would select this as the one that you wanted to focus on?
I think this particular race day, I shot maybe 700 to 800 photos.
Wow.
To choose this one, I probably spent 4 or 5 hours going through about 5,000 photos to pick which one I wanted to do so large.
And what was it about this one in particular that made you passionate?
Just that it was close up. You can see the detail of the sailboats breaking through the water, the angles of the sailboats. And then of course you've got the bright, vivid color in the corner that just kind of pops.
We were talking earlier about a title for this work here, and you had a marvelous one that you were thinking of. Would you like to share that?
Yes, Corinthian sport, but I like your idea. You had said Corinthian sailors, so I think that would be my title for it.
That's lovely. A little of the warrior in that one, I think.
Yeah.
You know, it's beautiful. I probably on close-up we can see this, but it looks like the sailboats are doing their own thing here, and here we have a sailor actually peeking out from behind, which is a wonderful touch.
So the story behind this is the boat builder is a friend of mine. I've known him probably 10 years. So he's a local boat builder, and that's him in the front of this group. So to actually see the boats in action kind of completes a circle. You know, I've saw them being built.
Yeah.
Now I'm photographing them and seeing them in action.
That's amazing. And I'm sure you get to know the sailors pretty well as well, taking that many pictures of them.
Yeah, I'll get an email, hey, can I have a picture? You can't really see my sail number. I have a hat on and glasses. Okay. So I'll spend hours looking for that one and send about 20 of them, say, you tell me which one.
Well, Tina, you're obviously very accomplished in the photography department. Are there any other art medium that you would like to explore in the future?
Well, I am currently, I started painting acrylics in March.
Oh,
well,
nice.
With the COVID and being locked in, shut down, I started pursuing, and I've probably done about 20 paintings. I've sold one.
Fantastic. Congrats.
So it's something that I continue to hope to advance my skills, advance my techniques.
What is it about acrylics in particular that draws you in?
I think the vivid colors and the ability to add texture, to layer and build them up to make them look three-dimensional, or to have a feeling of real. So it's.
What is the drying time on acrylics?
I think about 15-20 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No, they have mediums that you can mix to it to extend the dry time so that you can blend.
Right.
I'm learning about that.
Right. I had read about Van Gogh recently, and you know, obviously the oils that he used, that he applied very thickly, and it could take up to a week, I read, for the paint to dry.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So I was curious about the acrylics. Do you have any advice for anyone who is interested in pursuing photography, either as a hobby or a potential career?
Basically, just do it. Just like with painting or anything. I mean, just do it. And I mean, that's one of the reasons I will put them on Facebook, the paintings or my photos, is just to encourage my fellow artists and hopefully somebody who is not to do it. It's a great way of passing time, besides just watching TV.
As far as creating a creative photograph, what would your advice be on that? As far as, you know, possibly centering your subject or
Well, there's always the golden rule and rule of thirds, but I tend to step out of the box a little, change the angle, change the lighting, more dramatic lighting, less dramatic lighting. So it's just whatever you feel looks good.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what everybody else thinks about it, just what you like and what you feel good.
That is great advice. Where can our viewers see your artwork?
I am part of Arts and Humanity, Charlotte County, Arts and Public Places. Currently, I have 2 pieces at the airport, Punta Gorda Airport, and I am showing in the art gallery at the mall. And then I have a few locations coming up next year. Charlotte Harbor Yacht Club, this one hangs there.
How ironic. What exciting projects do you have coming up in the near future?
Not really any. Hopefully more sailboat races. Hopefully we will be able to kick off the 2021 race series, and I'll be on the water photographing more of the sailboat races.
That's beautiful.
Other than that, I'm just, I don't know, paintings. A few paintings that I want to do. I want to do a magnolia.
Oh.
Which all the different shades of white is a challenge.
Well, Tina, it's been a treat chatting with you today. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you, thank you.
And for more information, check out Tina's website. Would you like to give that to our viewers?
You can find me on Facebook. It's Photos by Tina. And if you go to Fine Arts America, it's Tina-Weida. Those are the 2 locations where they're online. At this time, that's where they're online to see.
And you have a beautiful website. I really enjoyed taking a look at that. And
thank you.
You're adding to it constantly, which is wonderful. And you can also find Tina on the Arts and Humanities Council of Charlotte County website, along with all the other wonderful local artists in Charlotte County. Thanks again. In spite of the masks, it was a nice time.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.